The Border Collie is often regarded as one of the most intelligent and hardworking breeds of dog. He will awe you with his knowledge, and his eagerness to fulfill your every request will win you over completely. Here are 10 facts about the Border Collie. Number 10. Border Collies herd by mimicking predator movements. Undoubtedly one of the best herding dogs the canine world has to offer is the Border Collie. Cesar Millan asserts that Border Collies are undoubtedly among the top 10 herders. They aren't the best for nothing, though. There are a number of explanations behind this. They differ from other dogs in their approach to herding, for instance. Have you ever pondered why Border Collies herd while squatting low to the ground? Not all of this is for show. In fact, it's thought that this stalking motion can draw the sheep's attention since it resembles the movement of an approaching predator. Sheep have the instincts to live, just as all other creatures. Therefore, you can be sure that they will immediately notice the Border Collie and walk away from the dog as a result. Number 9. A Border Collie was the inspiration for the invention of the doggles. We assume you've heard of doggles. They resemble eye protection goggles for dogs. With the popularity of their products only growing, they have since become a multi-million-dollar success story. But did you know that Midnight, a Border Collie, was the real inspiration for this well-liked invention? A military dog named Midnight. And one afternoon in 1997, Midnight's owners began to notice that he was constantly failing to catch a frisbee while playing catch as he usually did. Midnight was really good at this game, therefore this was highly unusual for him. Ronnie and Ken, the dog's owners, understood that the sun's light was what was causing their dog to squint while searching for the frisbee in the sky. Number 8. The Border Collie is not a common name for them. The breeds have several different names over their history. There are breeds like the Working Collie and the Scotch Sheepdog, for instance. They've also been referred to as Old-Fashioned Collie and just English Collie. None of these names obviously became popular. How did we finally decide on Border Collie as the official name? Well, James Reed deserved credit for being the name that eventually became well known. Despite working as a lawyer, Reed had a particular interest in this species and even published many stories on its history. According to historians, Reed's work on the Border Collie gave them a brand new prestige and popularity that became well known throughout the world. Reed made history by becoming the first person to ever write the name we use today when registering the Border Collie in 1915. And ever since then, these dogs have been recognized as such throughout the international dog community. Number 7. Border Collies are the smartest dog breeds in the world. Yes, you heard correctly. The brightest canine breed in the world is the Border Collie. Canine psychologist Stanley Coren created the current ranking of the smartest dog breeds. He measured obedience and working intelligence as one aspect of canine intelligence in his list. This measure of canine intelligence looks at how well a dog retains instructions and how quickly they pick up new commands. As Border Collies won first place out of the 138 breeds that met the criteria. What does this mean then? This indicates that Border Collies can typically pick up a new command after only 4 to 5 repeats. Learning a simple trick might take only a few minutes. Furthermore, Border Collies have a success record of 95% or greater when obeying a known command the first time. Border Collies outperform some of the smartest canines, such as German Shepherd, Doberman Pinscher, and even the incredibly intelligent Poodle. The extremely trainable Labrador Retriever couldn't even get close. Number 6. Nearly all Border Collies today can be traced back to just one dog. Do you already possess a Border Collie? So you can probably credit one dog, Old Hemp, a Border Collie who was born in 1893, is known as the progenitor of the Border Collie breed. In other words, it's thought that almost all contemporary Border Collies are descended from this particular dog. Old Hemp was unique in his method and manner of herding. Old Hemp was a much quieter dog who relied on intimidation through his posture and motions. Other herding dogs largely focused on nipping and barking at the sheep. Many breeders and shepherds were attracted to this distinctive form at the time, which ultimately resulted in the breeding of Old Hemp. Overall, according to historians, Old Hemp was in charge of at least 200 puppies in the late 19th century. Number 5. One Border Collie holds the world record for the weirdest task. Due to their propensity for herding, Border Collies have established numerous agility and herding records in the past. But in 2004, a Border Collie by the name of Striker set a Guinness World Record for performing one of the most unusual canine jobs ever. A non-electric automobile window could be rode down by Striker in just 11.4 seconds, setting a record that hasn't been surpassed since. In contrast to humans, Border Collies lack hands, so the dog did the relaxing with his paws and nose. Francis Gadassi, Striker's owner, acknowledges that he spent a lot of time teaching his dog to do this before attempting the record. There haven't been many attempts to break this record due to how strange it was. Number 4. Border Collies have a fast learning curve built right in. The best herding dogs in the world are probably Border Collies, thus it follows that they must have herding instincts from birth. Not so soon, though. All dog breeds have relatively varied brain structure, which explains why certain dogs seem to exceed in some activities while others don't. While it's possible that certain dogs have natural herding instincts, the Border Collie probably doesn't. They are therefore not herding-related canines with an innate intelligence. Rather, they're naturally intelligent and highly competent dogs. Because of this, Border Collies frequently succeed in any work they undertake, including search and rescue, working as a paramedic dog, and serving as a guide dog. In other words, they're multi-talented dogs who excel in all of their endeavors. Here's an idea. Why not just call them smart working dogs instead of herding dogs? Number 3. One Border Collie puppy became the world's youngest trick champion. Just wait till you hear about the Border Collie dubbed Hero if you thought the list of tricks your dog knows is remarkable. The dog, who is now 5 years old, was the youngest winner ever when he took first place at only 4 months old. In fact, Hero's competition consisted of almost 60 distinct tricks. He not only knew all the fundamental moves, but also a ton of more difficult moves like the figure 8. But if your dog lacks the same repertoire of skills, don't feel awful about it. In reality, Hero's owner spent a number of years operating a canine training business in Ontario, Canada. She's effectively a licensed dog trainer. The owner and her Border Collie started to amass a winning streak of awards and titles over the years. Number 2. The world's smartest Border Collie knows over 1,000 words. Border Collies are not just the brightest breed of dog, but also the smartest dog in general. A Border Collie named Chaser has the same vocabulary as a 3-year-old human child. At least 1,000 words were known by the dog's names. Through a series of fetch trials, the study evaluated her understanding of the various object names and orders. The amazing thing is that sometimes Chaser would remember the names of the toys better than even her human handler. And if that weren't impressive enough, the research revealed that Chaser also knew the fundamental ideas underpinning nouns and verbs. It must be true that Border Collies have a way of making other breeds look foolish. Number 1. Border Collies use their eyes to control flocks. Have you ever considered the reason that Border Collies appear to be staring at you or other animals? In any case, it's not necessarily because they're curious. The eye of Border Collies is what sets them apart. Border Collies seem to scare the flock when they're herding because of their keen gaze. They can even manage and control flocks of sheep by intimidating them with their focused glare. In fact, this tactic is a predatory one and most likely originated with a progenitor wolf. Border Collies move via 3 simple processes. The first step is to latch onto the prey and stare it down. After that, stalk your prey. Step 3 is the pursuit, the last step. What do you think of our video? Let me know in the comment section below. If you've enjoyed this video and want to hear from me again, be sure to hit that subscribe button before you go. Thanks for watching.